beautiful for spacious skies, por tus olas de granos tambar. Yo pishinat sakuti sa ibabaw ng mga prutas. America, America, God shed His grace on thee. और वही चरे के साथ आज तेरा छाप जो la mer brilla. Verra tu verrière tirotard from sea to shining
All right, folks, there you have it. That was an ad that ran during the Super Bowl for Coke, a commercial that has outraged many and not outraged many. And joining us now is Ericka Anderson. She's a conservative blogger for victorygirlsblog.com. Hello, Ericka. Welcome.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Well, it's my pleasure. I got to tell you, let me tell you where I stand on this. I think it was disgraceful. I think the next step is going to be one of these. I think it was disgraceful. I think the next step is going to be one of these huge events, one of these huge World Series games or Super Bowls. They're going to sing the national anthem in Spanish or various languages, and the left is going to fall over themselves swooning how wonderful it was and how inclusive it was and how it shows what a great diverse nation we are. I think there are some things that you just don't touch, and I don't see the point. I think even the immigration bills being discussed, which I don't think even the immigration bills being discussed, which I don't favor any of them, insists that if you want to stay here, you learn our culture and you learn our language. So I don't see what this accomplishes other than to one of our great songs that represents so much to so many people. Now, you could disagree with everything I said. Many people. Now, you could disagree with everything I said.
Well, I don't disagree with everything you said, but I do think, you know, as you said, we are a great diverse nation, and I do think that the ad showcased that. And I think that there are a lot of people in this country that speak multiple languages. I always say I wish I was one of them. Unfortunately, I only speak one language. But when I saw the commercial, I had no idea the backlash that was going to come from it. I was just sitting there live tweeting the night away, and I said that I really liked the commercial. And the next thing I knew, I was getting all kinds of backlash on Twitter from conservatives telling me that, you know, this is America, we speak English. And I just thought it just didn't sound good. It wasn't the right message to come from conservatives. You know, I've heard a lot of people saying, oh, you're being really naive because, you know, the Coke CEOs are all about, they have an immigration agenda. And that may be true. I haven't really looked into it, and that may be true. But I think with this commercial, what they did was they sure did their marketing well. And I think that actually conservatives could take a page from their book. A conservative could have produced this commercial. Even a conservative like me, I don't believe in open borders, and I believe that English should be the language of this country and that people should learn that language. But that doesn't mean we can't kind of embrace that there are other languages and there is a diverse culture in this country without, you know, kind of alienating that conservative platform.
Well, how about this for a better idea? And I just thought of this second. I haven't given it much thought, but in answer to in response to your answer, why didn't they have little kids and adults who are learning English in broken English sing it in English as opposed to singing it in their own language? Wouldn't that have been tugging at heartstrings? Wouldn't that have shown patriotism? Wouldn't that have shown how those who are here in this country are making an attempt to love this country and respect this country as opposed to the other way around?
I mean, I would think that would be a great commercial as well. I mean, I probably would have felt the same way about it. I think it would have been great. But I really think that people are looking too much into this. They're making it into something bigger than it was. And I know that there have been, I'm not the only conservative that thinks this way. I've seen quite a few people come out and say that now, and it almost looks like we're against other languages or against these cultures. And I know we're not. I know we're not.
Well,
and I'm not one of those people that's calling, these conservatives like you, xenophobic or something. I don't think that, because I get your point, because I do understand. But I think to the outside group, I think to the public that doesn't understand our mindset, it's confusing, and it's a bad image.
Well, so is being against immigration reform, and so is being for traditional marriage, and so is everything. I mean, if you want to, take your principles and throw them out the window to appeal to people who don't know you or might get the wrong idea, then you're done as a person, and probably as a party or a group. We're talking right now to Ericka Anderson, conservative blogger for VictoryGirls.blog, VictoryGirlsBlog, here on the Steve Malzberg Show. Now, I just, so how would you have felt if, I don't know, if the Super Bowl had a bilingual edition or a trilingual edition of the national anthem? Maybe three different people, a Hispanic, a non-Hispanic singing it in English, and I don't know, a French person or whatever. How would you have felt if they did that? I mean, is that acceptable to you?
Well, I think that
Wait, we lost you a little bit, so start again. We lost you a little bit at the start of the answer. Go ahead, start again.
Yeah. I think the national anthem might be a step too far, just because it is actually the national anthem. But what I did want to mention one thing, to go back to a second ago. I think it's one thing to come out against a policy or come out against an ideology, but this commercial did not stand for a policy. This commercial did not make any claims to be, saying that people shouldn't speak English or.
Well, what was are you speaking for Coke? Because then what was Coke's purpose in this?
Well, I don't know what it was, but they didn't come out and explicitly say.
Well, but there's a method to the madness, and there's a message in the song.
Well, I honestly think that obviously that they had an agenda behind it. I mean, they thought about this as a huge $1 million.
Right. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know what it is either, but I could guess.
But just because they had an agenda doesn't mean that the commercial, for me, was offensive. I mean, I thought it was a beautiful commercial. I thought it showcased the nationalities, the languages, the cultures. I mean, our ancestors all came to this country not speaking English.
Yeah, I know, but they came here legally, as opposed to many who are now here illegally, and they want to. People try to blur that line. I'm not saying you do.
But they're not all coming illegally.
No, but the people they want to legalize came here illegal by definition. Otherwise, they wouldn't be legalizing them. Anyway, Ericka, thank you very much. We'll talk to you again. Ericka Anderson, Steve Malzberg Show, Newsmax TV and radio.
The Steve